come with me to carry a giant demon statue with locals in Bali. My local Banjar, which is basically the village neighborhood crew, had to move this giant demon onto the lifting frame. These statues take around 3 months to make, and they are burned at the end, which I found crazy. They're called Ogo Ogo statues, and they're basically like demon statues. They're made to be as scary as possible, because they represent the evil spirits and the bad energy from the last year. Now they move this statue onto the bamboo grid. This thing is heavy, I'm telling you. Then they lift the bamboo grid on top of this trolley type of thing made from steel, so they could move it around a little bit easier. The local family that I live with had to make sure that my sarong was tied right. A sarong is basically the traditional Balinese clothing, just so I wouldn't trip halfway through the parade. It started getting a little bit darker, and you could actually see how scary and how detailed the Ogo Ogo statue is. We started moving the statue towards the place where all of the Ogo Ogo statues meet, but these things are so huge they actually have to use these long poles to pull up the cables so the statues can pass under. Once we finally arrived at the main village square, the energy there was absolutely insane. There was so much going on, I didn't even know where to look. And before I knew it, we were already up next to perform. If I'm being honest with you, once I was standing there, seeing how big the crowd actually was, I didn't expect it to be this big. And feeling how heavy this statue actually was, I was kind of second guessing the decision I made, and I don't know, but yeah, there's no going back at this point. Our act started with the girls coming in to do some type of traditional dance, and then a Balinese orchestra comes in. It's called the gamelan, and now I was absolutely shitting my pants because it was our turn. We had to lift this whole thing, and this thing is heavy, right? We have to lift this whole statue first on our shoulders, and then we have to spin it around and walk around and dance to confuse the evil spirits so they leave the village. And then at some point, we even have to lift this whole thing above our shoulders. And let me tell you, this looks like a party from the outside, but this was a full body workout. My shoulders were screaming for help. And I'm complaining a little bit about how hard it was, but I wouldn't trade this experience for anything. Sharing water with these guys and fist bumping, and then the whole energy is just, there's no better feeling. After chilling there, we drove the statue back to the Banjar and then sat down to eat together as a family. This was such an amazing experience. I was personally completely wiped out and I had to go to bed, but I heard the young guys kept the party going until like 4 a.m. I am extremely grateful to these guys for inviting me into their world. It was a massive honor to represent the village alongside them. Suksma Banjar Kaya Kangin for an experience I'll never forget.